comes from the fabulous city of Fall River. He is a man that went from rags to riches. His wonderful story, which actually is in the book. If anybody has read this is fabulous. And it's obtainable. That any one of us could do this. He managed to do that. He does marketing, he teaches, he does everything. I wanted us all to give a wonderful round of applause for Walter. Walter,
thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you. Guys, give Sharon a round of applause. She's amazing. We give some good opportunities tonight so far? Yeah. Yes? Yes? Everybody scared of the phone? Are you guys scared of the camera? Yeah? Who here is? Hands up. Who here is afraid of making money? All right, we're going to try this again. I got nobody afraid. I love this. You guys are awesome. Give yourselves a round of applause for showing up today. Excellent. That is the key to success. Before I get started, I just want to say one thing to all the team who has been working with us for the last year, putting everything together. You guys are awesome. Isabel, Sarah, Mike, Jose, Howie, every single one of you guys. I'm going to forget some names, but let's give them a round of applause because they do a lot of work here. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Excellent. So, who wants to make more money? Who here wants to do it with less work? Would you like to retire in the next 5 years? Excellent. Excellent. Less than 5 years, yes? Who here is not going to raise their hand no matter what I say? We're almost there. Good. Well, the first step to being successful is you've got to show up. So give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Congratulations for showing up. Excellent. Excellent. And I got to find a sweet spot to put this camera so my dome is always visible. You guys can see me back there? In the back, you see me? Yes? And you see me at home? Excellent, good. So you're all here to make more money, huh? Does that make you guys greedy? Bad people? All right, you want to live a better life? You want to have Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis? No, I'm in a cool room. All right, you guys are like me. Maybe you want to go on better vacations, spend more time with better quality people, live a better life, be able to contribute, maybe do some charity work. Maybe you get to spend time with some of the best people on the planet, yeah? I agree. So my birthday was last week. Thank you. I'm 34 now. It was fun because I got to spend it in Las Vegas with some of my friends who are also strategic partners, who I make a lot of money with. And some of my other students came out with me and we celebrated Vegas through a training. We had a training that we went to and we got to do a training. And then afterwards I went over to California and I spoke to a bunch of hairstylists to teach them how to make more money, how to double their income. Who here wants to double their income? Oh, that's a good room. Look, put the hands back up. Double your income, yes? Interesting. This is a good room. Now I've traveled all across the country. And I've taught real estate investors, I've taught business owners, I've taught entrepreneurs, agents. And whenever I ask that question, who wants to make more money? Who wants to double their income? I get a resounding yes. But when I go outside of those rooms and I ask the same question, it's, I just want to be comfortable. I just want to get by. No, I'm not greedy, I just want happiness. All right, well, let me tell you about money. With enough money, you can buy just about anything. And happiness is cheap. It's very affordable if you have the ability to know what makes you happy. Does anybody in the room know what makes them happy? All right, I want you to focus on that right now. Think about what makes you happy, the happiest. Focus on it, visualize it, listen to the sound of it. Feel how it feels when you're happy at your happiest. I want you to put that right here, watch my hand. It's like a lever, like a dimmer switch. The more you intensify it, as the switch goes up, you get more and more happy, more intense, better and better. Yes? Feeling that? And as I bring it down, it gets worse and worse, and you feel the emotion going down. It's pretty miserable. You don't even like that I'm doing it right now. We agree? I'm sorry. I will not do this too much. I'm going to bring it back up, mid-level. We're going to rise it faster, faster, doubling, 10 times stronger, more intense, better and better. We're going to leave it off right there. Did you recognize the energy just now? Who noticed something? Was that weird? Was it weird that it was just words, right? Just thoughts. How you go into life, how you go into business, how you go into a networking event. By the way, you guys did a great job today. It was a lot of networking, a lot of high energy. You can control your energy. You can control the state. So, because I just proved it, we did experience something. Everyone here experienced something, yes? So now that I know that you're able to change your state, I want you to give me a level 10, hell yeah. Hell yeah! Do it again, level 10, give me your best. Hell yeah! I love it. Give yourselves a round of applause. Very good. All right, I'm going to get into things. So, a little bit about myself. Is it okay if I tell you about me? Yes? Is it okay if I sell something? The book, Broke to $250,000. I wrote it because when I started, I was broke. And like, super broke. Who's broke right now? Who doesn't want to raise their hand? But like inside, they're like, yeah, I'm broke. I was there too. I wasn't the one who raised their hand when they said broke. I was like, no, I'm good. But on the inside, I was like, I don't know how I'm paying shit. But I was broke. And by broke, I mean like I went through a divorce, and then I ended up homeless. Thank God for my brother's charity. He gave me a place to stay, and couldn't pay the bills I owned property at the time. I actually owned 2 houses at the time, and I couldn't actually pay the mortgage on my properties because I had vacancies, and I wasn't a good landlord. And it was a pretty dark time. Oh, and I quit my job because in the middle of the divorce, I was like, I need to spend more time with my wife to work on things. And I quit my job because the properties were doing well and our business was doing well, and then the divorce kind of didn't work out. Anybody ever been anywhere like that? Yeah. So I'm not the only one. Excellent. So at least we know where to start, right? Broke. We're talking negative $25,000 because this is America. And in America, you can go deeper than zero. You can literally be worth less than you came into the world with, right? Like God sent you in at this, and America's like, nah, you can go lower. We're gonna put you way down there. Thank God for credit. Where my hard money lenders at? I'm playing with you guys. Thank you for lending. We appreciate it. Those guys will lend even when you're broke. Oh. Let me tell you, they will still lend. They don't care if you have a good enough deal. What are we here to learn tonight? Wholesaling. Wholesaling. What is the point in wholesaling? Make money. Finding a good enough deal. Your job is to find a good enough deal for somebody else to go to a hard money lender, borrow the money, do the flip, make money. That's the whole purpose in wholesaling. Does that make sense? We're deal finders. We're problem solvers. But most importantly, we find deals. That's what we do. So, my story. I was broke. We get that. Anybody been there? Yeah. All right, there we go. Hell yeah. All right, we're not going to stay there. Remember, broke is temporary. You guys read Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Yeah. Yes. So what does he say? Broke is a mindset. No, broke is temporary. Poor is a mindset. Poor is eternal. Exactly. Broke is fine. That's why this was not poor to $250,000. It was broke to, I was just temporarily broke. Yes? Excellent. So when I wrote the book, it took me 2 years to be financially free. I got divorced at 28, and by the time I was 30, I was financially free. I didn't need to work anymore, but I wasn't a millionaire yet. But by 30, I had retired. Who here is retired at 30? All right, you know what? There's time for you guys. It doesn't have to be 30. It took me 3 years to retire. It took me 5 years to become a millionaire. Who can spend 5 years dedicating to their success? All right. Good. So we got some buy-in. Half of you didn't raise your hand. I get it. 5 years is a long time. When I started, I was willing to commit 7 years. I was willing to commit 10 years. I was willing to commit 15 years because I didn't care anymore. I was sick and tired of being broke. Sick and tired of letting people down. Sick and tired of not being able to do the things that a man's supposed to do. Pay their bills. Stick to their commitments. Pay their debts. Take care of their family. You know what I'm talking about? If it takes you 10, 15 years, would it be worth it? To be rich, to be financially free, to be able to give back, contribute to the community? Hell yeah! Give me a hell yeah! Hell yeah! I love it. So how did I do it? I did it through buying multifamily properties. I bought one after another, after another, after another, after another. I'm at 57 units right now. I'm looking to buy another 57 units this year. And I'll be honest, I've done this a couple times. I got up to 42 units, sold them all down to 14, got back up to 57. So I know how to do it. We agree? What we bring in every month is about $40,000 in rents, gross rents. Has anybody ever seen a $40,000 a month? Would you like to? Excellent. So I'm going to teach you how to wholesale. Is that okay? Yes. Wholesaling is the first step. Agency is the second step. Flipping is the third step. Buy and hold is the ultimate strategy. But selling as a seller finance is the fifth step. It is true retirement. Did anybody know about the fifth step? No. Yeah, a few of you? A few? They don't talk about it enough in the business. But that's where we're going to go today. Is that okay? Excellent. So before we get started, I'm going to do a fun exercise. Who wants to do a fun exercise? Pass out our power wristbands. Who here's got a wristband already? Who's wearing one? Nice, nice. Oh, please. Can we give Amy a round of applause for passing out wristbands? All right. Good. Passive? No. This is not Tony Robbins. We're not throwing things at people. Yeah, if I can get a couple of volunteers to come give Amy a hand. She's only one person. She's working with one left hand. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate you, brother. While these are being passed out, let me explain how this exercise works. In your head, we agreed that you can change energy. You can control state, yes? We did that a little while ago. So we're going to do something very similar where we're going to change our state. In your mind right now, there's some negative energies around finding deals. Who here has heard it's hard to find a deal right now in this market? Who here thinks it's easy as hell to find a deal here in this market? All right. Well, that's because you're abundant. You already know the skills. All right. So one of the biggest negative mindsets around wholesaling is that the deals are hard to find. Right? It's very difficult to work against a mind that doesn't think it's possible. Does that make sense? Ever experience something you didn't believe you could do, and for some reason you kept not being able to do it until one day you said, I'm done, I'm going to do it. And you were able to push through it, and you made success happen. Wholesaling is the same thing. But the problem is the whole world's telling you that it's hard to find a deal right now. You can't find an MLS. All the deals are taken. The big investors are getting them before everybody else does, right? What are some of the other negative money deal finding mindsets you've heard? What is it?
Price is too
Say it louder. Super loud.
Price is too high.
There you go. I'll give you the microphone.
Price is too high.
Price is too high. Who's heard that one? Yes? What else? What's another one?
Bad market.
It's a bad market. What does that even mean by bad market? Right? Who's watching the stock market right now? Hold on, it's getting hot in here. Woo! Who's got money in the stock market? Yeah, me too. All right. But it's not that bad, right? So the stocks went down. Bad time to buy? Phenomenal time to buy. Stocks went down. Bad time to sell? Oh, bad time to sell. I agree. Real estate's the same way. Real estate's the same way. What part of the market are we in right now? If you were to take a guess. We're high. Yeah. So sellers have an opportunity to sell. It's a great opportunity for sellers to sell. So you'd be servicing them if you found some deals for them, right? I know everything I own is for sale right now. Literally everything I own, I would sell it tomorrow. Seller finance too. Because I'll avoid the taxes. Hear me? Everybody got a wristband? Put your hands up if you're missing one. Oh no. Okay, put your hands up if you got one. Way more fun. Look at all those hands. All right. So this is how the wristband works. You take it off. You already put it on the hand. You put it over your head. What are you laughing about? You take it, you put it over your head. No, all right. Okay. So you take the wristband. Everybody paying attention? Everybody has a wristband. It's on your not dominant wrist. Who here's left-handed? Lefties? You guys are smarter than the rest of us, so they say. You put it on your right wrist. For the rest of us, you put it on your left wrist. Now, you'll notice it says, I am an alchemist. It's a reminder. It also says my name. It's also a reminder. You pull it, and you pull it to the point where the tension's like you're shaking, where the vibration's like it's really hard. So basically, I just want to remind you before we do this, this is a training experience. It's not about, we're not inflicting pain for no reason, right? The negative thoughts are already inflicting pain in your life, yes?
Yes.
So we're going to do something to remind us that those negative thoughts are painful because it's easy to forget. So before I go and hurt myself, I just want to make sure everybody's paying attention. You are all currently paying attention right now, yes?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so what's negative money mindset? Give me one. What's deal related?
Where are you going to get the buyers?
Where are you going to get the buyers? You can't find buyers.
Can't find buyers.
Can't find sellers, can't find buyers. I mean, they're both problems. All right, well, can't find sellers. Let's start with that. Buyers are easy. I'm a buyer. I'll buy them all. All right, so you pull back. I can't find sellers. Sellers are hard to find. And you let it go. All right, it hurts. All right. What is the opposite of that? It would be sellers are easy to find. They want to hear from me. And you kiss it and you make it feel better. Sellers are easy to find, right? Till it feels better. There you go. Who wants to do this exercise now?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so here's how it's going to work. You're going to take about 3 minutes to write down your negative, actually, they're only 3 minutes, right? 30 seconds. You're going to write down your top 3 negative deal finding thoughts. This is, I can't find deals, it's too competitive, it's the wrong time in the market, nobody wants to sell, I can't find the buyers, I can't find the sellers, I can't contact them, the bank won't get back to me. Start writing now, you got about 30 seconds. Let's get these going. Negative deal thoughts. Wholesaling doesn't work in my market. Nobody wants to sell to me. They won't answer the phone. It's not possible to find a good deal. The buyers want, the price is too low. The prices are too high. The seller wants too much. The seller's not motivated. All of these are negative deal finding thoughts. Anybody need more time? Excellent. Now what you're going to do is pick a partner. You got a partner up. So you're going to need to pick an A partner and a B partner. So who here came with somebody? Who here's got somebody on the side of them? That's your partner. Excellent. So find your partners quickly. You got about 30 seconds. If you don't have a partner, please stand up, and I'll help you find somebody. Let's go. Partners, everybody's got a partner? 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 Stand up if you can't find a partner. There you go. Yes? I haven't told you yet. Find a partner. That's the activity. Who's missing a partner? Hey, I'm not telling you to make friends here, guys. This is finding partners. Simple task. You got them? All right, stand up. Actually, hold on. We need an A partner and a B partner. This is the only communication you're to have right now. Who is your A partner? Hands up. A partner. A partners? All right, stand up, A partners. B partner, you're still sitting. A partner, you're standing. We've got that. Excellent. Now, A partner, I want you to point to the B partner. And tell them you're awesome. Excellent, excellent. B partners, stand up. B partners, let's stand. Let's face your A partners. I don't want you to point right at them and tell them you're going first. All right, so here's how this works. A partner, you are going to state your negative thought, step 1. 2, snap your wrist, step 2. 3, you are going to say something positive, the opposite of the first negative belief, a positive belief. Step 4, you're going to kiss your hand, rub it better, and say, I am an alchemist. We got this? We've got 3 things to do. Everybody wrote 3 down, yes? Go. You got about a minute. You got 60 seconds. Make it hurt. All 3. How are we doing for time? Anybody need more time? Snapping those wrists. All right. Good job, everybody. Good job. Pay attention. This is pro tip. Be partners. It's your turn. All right, guys. Let's pay attention. We only have a very limited amount of time to get running through all this. I got to give you a lot of facts, but I got to make sure your mindset's right first. So, B partners. I forgot to tell the A partners the secret pro tip, which is the harder you pull back, the more it hurts, and the better your results. So, B partners, you get the opportunity to get real results now. Pull all the way back. Yeah? Your turn, go get them. Share those negative deal-finding thoughts. All right. Everybody find your seats. Give yourselves a round of applause. Actually, before you leave, A partner, look at B partner and say, you did awesome. Give him a high five. You are an alchemist. All right, find your seats. B partners, return the favor to your A partners. Tell them, you're awesome. You're an alchemist. High fives. Very good. Back to the seats, everybody. We got to get back on track here. All right. So before I continue, how was that? Yeah? Let's do some share. What did you get out of it? What was the experience? Go ahead, Glenn. Stand up.
Not to be afraid of sharing your doubts or negative fears about certain things. That's what I got out of it.
What doubts, what fears came up?
Well, you start to think about, it's usually in your head. Like the fears, as they say, fears are false evidence appearing real.
Yes.
So,
Mike, can we get on the mic?
sorry, let me talk now.
Is there another mic? Go ahead.
And I'm learning that fears are in my head. And so at least when we talk about it, we share it. And that helps at least overcome it a little bit. So.
Very good, Glenn. Give Glenn a round of applause. Thank you. Who here has fears? Yeah, come on up. Yeah, because I only got one microphone, so maybe we got to bring you over here. Give her a round of applause for coming up here.
So by sharing, you know that you're not the only one that's going through something, and sometimes your partner has, or what you've been hearing, somebody else has it. The other thing is it actually makes you a little bit more conscious of what it is, and when you verbalize it, it makes you think twice and see, how am I going to overcome this?
Oh, the battery's dead. All right. Did anybody else have that experience where they just hearing somebody else say the same thing made you feel a little better? Thank you for coming up here. Give her a round of applause. It's not easy. It's not easy. What else? What else you get out of it? Go ahead.
It just brings an awareness of your negative thoughts.
It brings an awareness of your negative thoughts. What do you mean?
Well, because sometimes you're not even thinking of the negative thoughts that go through your head, so you need to stop and listen, and then you can kind of release the energy around it.
What he said is sometimes you're not even thinking, you're not even noticing the negative thoughts that you have in your head, and you have to release that negative energy around it. Is that what you said? And this experience was able to open you up a little bit to the stuff that was stopping you.
It's good for that, yeah. It's just becoming more conscious of it.
Very good. Yes?
Walter, I think when we were talking is that we already knew what the solution was. After we said it, we already had our own answer as to what the solution was. So it already became evident just by saying it out loud.
So just by saying it out loud, you were able to find your solution.
Correct.
Interesting how that works, isn't it? Very cool. What else? What do you got?
Just from hearing your list, before we even started talking, you pretty much nailed every single emotion I've been through, getting to where I'm at now. But for the fact that you was able to name it all, shows me that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? And that did a lot.
So it helps knowing that everything that's in your head already, the negative thoughts, I've already experienced them and gone past them. That helps. Because knowing that I'm telling you it's possible, it's like the Roger Bannister story, where the 4-minute mile, you've heard of the 4-minute mile? It wasn't possible until somebody else had hit it. Very good. Give him a round of applause. Very good. Thank you guys for sharing. I find that when I'm in a room like this, everybody wants the same thing. It's freedom. You're looking for freedom. You're looking for purpose. You're looking for a better life. Something beyond what you've been living right now. You're looking for a deeper relationship with the world. Fair to say? On the other side of it, there's a dark space of the mind that we're not paying attention to that's holding us back from getting the things that we want. We got to experience some of that today, right? Yeah. Excellent. Very good. Everybody's still on board with me. You guys aren't scared, right? You ready to learn? Excellent. Who's got notebooks? Everybody's got a notebook? This is the part where I start talking fast. Is it okay if I go very quickly over how wholesaling works? It's being recorded.
Slow down.
Here's the deal. It's already 8:06, and I don't have a lot of time to give you everything that I want to give you, to teach you exactly how to be the best at what you're doing here. Finding deals, purchasing, finding the buyers, moving the deal forward, making a lot of money off of having no risk in a deal. But is it okay if I give you some way to connect with me and my team who do it every single day so that you guys can have a process, an accountability team to go through the process, yes? Yeah. So I'll sell that opportunity later. It costs us time to go and do these things. And we also have a free option for people who are willing to do all the work. The only thing I ask is that you bring us the deals. Is that a fair share? So I'll talk about those later. Is that okay? Also, I'm going to talk about coaching, mentorship, training. Does anybody know the difference? No. I'm a trainer, which means I stand in front of a lot of people, I give a lot of really great advice, I take selfies, I do videos, and then I'm gone. I'm on a plane, I'm on to the next space. A coach cares about the details of your business. They're making phone calls with you every single week or every single month. They're traction calling you to make sure you're staying on track. Does anybody have a coach right now?
No.
One of the keys to success is 3 coaches, 2 mentors, and at least one really, really smart person who you can work with who knows what you're trying to do. A coach, all the trainings, the books, and the mentors, those are the keys to getting by. I have lots of coaches. I pay my coaches quite a bit of money because they keep me on track. I am not a coach. I've been asked to do coaching. It is not my passion. I love you, I care about your deal, and I care about what you're doing, but I have to reach more people. So I train. I'm available on Saturdays at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in my office. I train all day long and I network there. That's what I do. The rest of the week, understand, I am retired. So when people ask, well, what do you do? Whatever I want. That is the truth. The rest of the week, it's whatever I want to do. But I do this out of service. I do this because I was there in your seat. I was there broke, hoping somebody would just lend a hand. Hoping someone would just throw the nugget that took me to the next level. And I get that. And I'm still here, I'm still doing it, I'm still reaching back. But understand, I'm what you call a trainer or a mentor. Mentors don't want to know what's going on with you. They want to be able to add value as little, like with as little effort as possible, right? Because we're living our lives, we're doing our thing. Like we're going, like, yes, I care about you, and I want to spend the time, but there's 5,000 people out there who want the same thing. Everybody wants lunch with me, yes? Right? Everyone wants coffee. What I'm able to do is train. I can train and I can give education. I always will respond via text. Who here has my phone number, has texted me and I responded back? Hands up, way up. Yes, I always respond back, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Typically the same day. I give myself credit for that. My business partner knows I'm always on my phone. I'm getting back to people because you're important. Where you're at in life is important to me. But do not call me. So I will present a coach, my coach, who actually coaches me to double my income every year. Is that okay if I present that to you later? Excellent. Very good. Who here has signed up for the Boston RIA already? The membership. Good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. I know you signed up today, Johnny. Very good. Most of my money comes from these events. My deals come from these events, the hard money I raise, the private money I raise. In fact, Don is one of my lenders. He's in the room. Put your hand up, Don. That guy, he knows how to do deals, right? We've got Keith in the back. Keith, hands up. Knows how to do deals. These are people I've worked with. Johnny came in. We're going to talk.
Deals.
But I can tell you that there's money in the room when it comes to money, right? Who's lent private money before? Private money. Who's lent it? Yes. There's a couple of private money lenders. I do seller financing. I sell my property seller financing because I avoid the taxes. Not avoid it. I mean, it's completely a remove. Right? There are people in this room who are looking to buy property. Who's here to buy property? Looking to buy. Hands up. Hands up. All the way. If you're looking to buy property, don't be shy about it. You can't buy something if nobody knows what you're looking to buy. Very good. Buyers. Who here is looking to sell property? Hands up. Sellers. Nice. Yeah, me too. I'll sell everything. Who here is a wholesaler looking to buy to do some transactions? Wholesalers, hands up. Nice, my people. All right. So I do a wholesaler training. Amy, you want to stand up for a second? Andrew? These guys, they train wholesalers for my team. So basically, I'm always hunting for property. So the tips and tools I'm about to give you, these guys are trained first on how to do it. Because I had to scale myself. Just like in your business, you're going to have to scale yourself at some point so that you're not doing all the calls. You know what I do the other 6 days of the week, right? Whatever I want. And that's what I want you to be able to do. But before you do that, you're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to do what it takes to get the deal, to go and find the seller, to contact them, to move them forward, to negotiate, get them to a closing table. These are the people I've chosen to train and teach on how to do that. They will help you get there every step of the way that I don't give you today. You now have a contact that you can reach out to, yes? Excellent. You all have my cell phone? Who wants my cell phone now? 774-526, thank you guys, 4796. 774-526-4796. And give Amy and Andrew a round of applause. They do a lot of work for me. I appreciate this, guys. Very good, very good. All right, get your notebooks out. It's go time. I've gotten through all the niceties. Wholesaling is probably the most important part of this business. If it wasn't for wholesalers, I wouldn't have the mountain of property that I have. I had in one shot a wholesaler bring me 24 units. 24 units, I bought it for $840,000, and it's worth $3 million. Is that a good deal or what? Yeah. Wholesaler, thank you. The deal I just closed in January was 11 units. I bought it for $600,000. It was 2 3-families and a 5-family that are worth closer to $900,000. Wholesaler, thank you. Paid that wholesaler $10,000 because there was a $50,000 pad where they should have made that money, but they couldn't close the deal. I told them to buy it themselves. They couldn't close. I ended up buying the deal. Is that okay that I bought the deal and still gave them a fee? Because they're a friend of mine? Somebody I trained? Cool. Excellent. So how are they finding the deals? Is that the question of the night? Where are they at? Where are these sellers? They're in their homes. Shocking. They're right in the property that you're looking to source, you're looking to buy, you're looking to communicate with. What do they look like? Does anybody know what they look like? just like you and me. They're normal people. They're not some crazy person. They're not some abnormal person who's, just looking to sell their house cheap, but also hates the fact you're trying to get it cheap. When you find the right deal for a wholesale deal, this seller is your best friend. They're literally the nicest, sweetest person. They just made a mistake or two in life. That's it. They're not hiding. They don't even know that you're there. That's the problem, right? They're sitting in their house hoping someone will solve their problems. The only deals I've ever worked out that actually closed were deals where the seller was super desperate. I wasn't manipulative. I wasn't sneaking around saying, hey, this is what I'm going to pay, and yeah, it's maybe worth less. No, I straight up told them, I'm a real estate agent. Who here's a licensed agent? I'm a realtor, too, on top of that, so I got to be ethical with everything I do. So I go in and I say, hey, this is what your house is worth. I start off with that, right? This is what your house is worth if you do this, this, and this to get it there. There's some work involved. Right? Is it okay if I go through negotiations before I go through? It's because it will remove the negative energy, right? You've got to, before I teach you technique on how to find these people, you've got to first believe that it's worth going out there, that they need you. Does that make sense? Yeah. You can't feel like it's like grimy or like it's a bad job. You got to feel like this is your moral, ethical duty to go out and meet these sellers. You're going out, and the seller is going to be nervous, they're going to be concerned because they're in a desperate situation. They don't care about you. They don't care what you're capable of. They don't care about your company. They don't care what you're doing. They only care that you listen to their story. Listen to their story, pay attention to who they are, what is going on in their lives. Every single word they give you is a detail. It's a tip, it's a trick, it's a pressure point that lets you know if they're serious or not. They're letting you know, I'm ready to do the deal with you. And if they're not, they're letting you know too. The other side of it is that the most desperate sellers pretend like they're not desperate. Anybody in here, when I said who's broke, didn't raise their hand? Right? If you don't have $1 million in the bank, you're broke. I'll be honest with you. Even with my net worth, I'm still like, I can use more money. There's way more fun things out there that you could do with just a little more cash, right? So they're going to tell you that, everything's fine, it's cool. Don't listen to what they say. Listen to what their emotion, like how they're moving, how their energy is. Listen to the details of their life, the details of their family, the stories that's going on, but don't listen to when they say everything's good, everything's fine. Because in a minute, everything cannot be fine. I've had deals where sellers, I'm in no rush, no big deal, not a problem. 3 months later, hey, will you remember you put that offer on the table, will you do it? Yeah, then I would have, but now I want $150,000 off. And then they took it because their situation changed. Does that make sense? Yeah. Market didn't change. It was still a good deal at the price they offered originally. I just had already bought something else and wasn't interested. I changed. Does that make sense? It was still a good deal at their original price. I just didn't want to buy it. And because I was in a good negotiating position to say, take it or leave it, and they were not. They became desperate. A person doing a lot of flips, a very successful real estate investor, a developer. I ended up buying his houses dirt cheap because he messed up on one piece. Does that make sense? Yeah. So don't underestimate or don't believe the things they say. The richest people can make mistakes too. The developers, the investors out there, you can buy deals from them as well. The people in their home who are saying, no, everything's fine, might not be fine. Right? Doesn't matter who they are. Everybody has problems and not everybody's willing to share them. That's a whole other course. How to build deeper rapport, that's a sales training. But you have to at least understand that you're out there to help these people. This is your job. We agree to be ethical, moral, and honest in all of our dealings? Excellent. So while we're talking about that, let's eliminate the question I have from people. Well, should I tell them that I'm the end buyer? Right? Has anybody asked that? Already thought? Should I tell the seller that I'm not the end buyer? Has anybody asked that question? I get asked all the time. So a lot of times a wholesaler believes that they have to go in, pretending like they're going to buy, and then go and find a buyer, and then say, well, we don't know, let's do a double close. Who's heard you should do a double close? Double close is expensive, right? You're paying money to have an attorney hold dollars for 3 days. It's expense, it's points. You're paying either a point or 2 points. It's a lot of money for transactional funds. I think that the honest path is much better. You heard what I called my strategic partners earlier? They're strategic partners. When you go on every deal and you're going and talking to the seller, you're doing a deal and you have to run it by your partners. Yeah? How many partners are there? You can be doing a lot of showings with a lot of partners. It's a big group. They're not all interested. But be honest from the beginning, it makes the transaction go smoother. When you start getting these negative thoughts, oh, like you know you're lying, it messes you up in the transaction. Let's be honest through the entire transaction. We can agree to this? Yes? Perfect. I like it. So there's a clause on every single real estate contract that says purchaser or what is it? What is it? And or assignee. If that clause is not in your contract, you're messing up. But every contract should have that. And or assignee, nobody asks us what it is. Don't mention it. Yes? The problem I hear with a lot of wholesalers, they go into the appointment and say, yeah, and I could assign it. Don't say that. There's honesty, and then there's too much information. They're scaring somebody. All right? This person's already going through a lot. Let's not tell them that you're about to go pass it along to somebody else. You're bringing in a strategic partner. We agree? Yes? Honesty from the beginning. The partner is a strategic move. Strategic partner. They're the reason the deal closes. You're the intermediary. You do have the contract under agreement. You are going to buy it, and the partner is doing all the funding, and you have no equity in the deal. That's how a strategic partnership works. We get this? Very good. So now, from now on, what are you? Strategic partners. Excellent. Give yourselves a round of applause. I love strategic partners. They make us the most money. So, now that we know, we're going to go into every deal, moral, ethical. We're going to have the not the due on sale. We're going to have the, what was it again? The assignment clause is got to be in the contract no matter what. Right, it's called the assignment clause, right? Exactly. Due on sale, yeah. Some of those come up. So the assignment clause is a requirement. You can also do your contracts, just go straight P&S. Who does offer forms? Okay, just a couple offer forms. Skip the offer form, go straight to a P&S. Yes, in Massachusetts, an offer form is a legitimate contract. That's fine. I like also a $10 to $100 deposit. Who puts more than $10 to $100 down? Good. So you don't need any more than that. You can do $1. It really doesn't matter. And here's the deal when you say it. Don't say, yeah, I'm putting $100 down. I'm buying this contract. Or to make sure that you know I'm serious. You say, I'm putting $100 down because it's just a state requirement to make a contract legal. See how the energy was like, oh, whatever, it's no big deal. It's just a process. It doesn't put me on the hook. Like, it's not like this. Nobody's ever questioned it. Unless they get a real estate agent involved and an attorney involved, in which case I've told them, still not doing it. Like, I'm your buyer or not. Yes? Hold your ground in the wholesale deal. Don't be so nervous that you'll lose the deal. Who cares? Get another one. There's so many behind that one when you get your lead gen systems funneled correctly, where it's just flows of deals coming through to you. If you're in a position where that one deal is your concern, you got too few deals. We agree? Yes. Here's some controversy. I look at deal flow like girlfriends. If there's only one, there's too close to zero. There it is! That's flack. I'll take it. Just kidding, not kidding. So, deals are way more serious than that, right? Yeah. If you only have one deal and you're scared about losing that deal, don't you become a little bit like, no, don't leave me, like I need you, like it gets crazy, right? Let's talk about deals, guys, deals. Don't be that way. Don't put yourself in that situation where you can't detach, where you can't say, you know what, whatever, no big deal, I got 10 more behind you, right? Never leave yourself without the opportunity to close another deal. Don't have just one deal in the pipeline because, yeah, that'll mess you up. That'll make you not want to do this business. Who has one deal right now? Who has at one point only ever had one deal at the time? Yes? Okay, there's been a few of you, right? I'm not raising my hand, but I've done it. I lived off of one deal And then the deal failed and nothing worked out. And I was like, should I really be in this business right now? Has anybody been there? Thought maybe just not good at this, get out of the business, right? Yeah. For years, I thought that every single day, right? I did real estate sales as an agent also. I'm an accountant in a sales position. Not my forte. I've obviously adjusted. I can get in front of people and I love people now, but as an accountant, I was like, I don't want to go out and knock doors. I don't want to call people, mail people, email. They're going to call me and blow up my phone. Not interested. But had to make money, so I changed. Who here's afraid of making phone calls, cold calling? It's okay. Who here's afraid of door knocking? It's okay. I've done it all. I've done it well. I've bought properties from doing it. I've flipped properties from doing it. I've done it all. I don't care if you're like me, an accountant who was afraid of talking to people. You can get over it to make money. Is it worth it to get over some things to make some money, get out of your comfort zone? Yes? Agreed. But you'll like this part. You'll like this part. If you get really good at building lists that make a lot of sense, and you get really good at communicating with the right people, the right team, you never actually have to talk to a seller. I see the eyebrows. What do I mean by that? You can do what I've done. I have real estate agents that I trust, that I like, that I don't mind paying to go on appointments. Who here has a real estate license again? Let me ask you this, and wholesalers, pay attention. Look around the agents up, hands up, stand up. If you're a real estate agent, stand up, yep. You're gonna like this, I promise, I promise. So if you're a real estate agent, and you can watch this. If you're a real estate agent, and I sent you on an appointment to a seller, who I think is interested in selling me their house at a discount, would you go on that appointment for me for free? Sam?
Yes.
You would? Excellent, thank you. Gigi?
Yes.
You would? Sir?
Yes.
Yes. Every realtor in this room would do this appointment for me for free. Wait, who said no? No? All right, I'll pitch you in a second. Let me carry through the thought here. I'm not free, like really free. Hold on, okay, sit down, realtors. Here's the deal. Realtors are doing the same thing as you. They want to go on the appointment. You're already the end buyer. Realtors, who pays for the commissions of a realtor in a transaction? Seller.
Buyers bring the money.
Buyers bring the money, but who pays for the commission? Seller. Who does the buyer's agent work for? I gave it away there, right? The wholesaler, the buyer. Yes. So the wholesaler, not the seller, is getting the agent for free. Yes? Agents, you still know how to get paid on this transaction, right? Okay. Don't worry, wholesalers. They know how to make money. It's what they do. They're licensed for a reason. Do you know why a real estate agent gets their license? Because it's the only legal way to take a commission on real estate. That's the legal way to do it. So we get into the business to make money. They teach us negotiating early on. Wholesalers, they don't teach you negotiations. They teach you how to build lists. They teach you how to email. They teach you how to dial. They teach you how to, convert. The appointment, they seem to leave out. Whereas for agents, they don't teach us any of that first part, but they teach us how to negotiate, right? Yeah, I see you now. Yeah. They don't teach us how to find deals. They teach us how to negotiate and win the sale. But they don't teach us how to find deals. So you've got these two teams side by side doing opposite jobs. Would it be okay to pay would it be okay to have a real estate agent go on an appointment for you, do all the work, get your P&S signed for you, negotiate the hell because they're motivated to close, and get the seller to pay for their commission? Is that okay? Yeah. Agents, you agree that this is a great strategy? I didn't make it up. One of my coaches, one of my mentors taught me how to do this. And go ahead, you had a question?
Yeah. So
Sure.
So the seller's gonna pay the real estate agent's commission?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought one of our perks as a wholesaler is there are no commission costs. We're giving them cash, so.
What is that little pad in between your sale to the buyer and users? What is that called?
Is it signing fee or the?
An assignment fee? Profit? It's money. right? There's money in between. They're paying it anyway, right? The agent just has the ability to get their piece also. It's all hidden in there. It's all just a part of it. So yes, we say that there's a benefit of working with us, and you're gonna not have to deal with an agent. But at the end of the day, that agent doesn't charge 5% when they work for you. What are they doing? They're going on one appointment, and they're walking away with a closed deal. Give them 1%.
Oh, we're giving them the 1%.
No, the seller pays for it, but the seller only sees the 1%. Does that make sense? And then on the other side of it, you've negotiated a great deal with the buyer, the end user, and they're going to go and grab whatever the pad is, wherever you put it in, 10, 20, 30, whatever you put your pad in there as. Does that make sense? The real estate, you would do that for 1%. I know you would, because I did it. Right? Well, not all of you. Here's the deal. Some agents are too busy, not interested in doing that. Is that okay? Agents that are hungry, put your hands up who would do this. Look around. There's plenty of them. So, there are enough agents out there for wholesalers to use as leverage to go and do the work that they're not good at. We agree. Now, you don't have to focus on the transaction side of it. The agent's going to run all of that. That's what they do. They do negotiations, they do transactions, documents. Your job strictly is put that agent on appointments. Now, I will suggest getting your real estate license because they can pay you a referral fee once you're licensed. Does anybody know about referral fees? So agents are able to pay another agent, whether you were involved in the transaction like physically, as long as you gave them the transaction, you gave them the lead. We can now pay you a commission. And we love paying commissions. They're called referral fees. That's how our business is operated. So as every wholesaler knows, people have told you, you can't get your license because it's going to be different. You can't actually say certain things. I disagree. I've been wholesaling, I've been buying, I've been an agent the entire time. The entire time I've been an investor, I go out and I'm just honest, moral, and ethical, and I say, hey, by the way, I'm a licensed agent. Just so you know, that's a tip, that's a little extra thing you get from me, because I'm also licensed, I can go throw it on the market if you needed to. And I have to be moral and ethical and honest the whole time we do this transaction. It helps me. You get that? Going out there and telling them an agent means that they now trust me instantly, because I could lose my license. Get that? I don't have to be sneaky out there. I don't have to do anything shady. I just literally tell them, look, this is the price I'm willing to pay, and this is what I'm going to go do. I got a strategic partner who's going to close the deal with me. That makes sense? Is this a new thought to anybody? Has anybody seen all this before? This all made sense before? Or is this new to some people? Yes? New? All right, new. All right, there's a few here. Perfect. This business is super simple. When you dial it down, you just get rid of all the muck that you don't need, and you just get to the point of finding the deal. Who wants to talk about finding the deal? You guys ready for the details? Ready for the notebooks? Here we go. Build a list. First step, pick a location. First step is pick a location. Do not target a large area, target a smaller area. Your marketing dollars go way further. If you can dial it down to a city, to a zip code, that'd be even better. If you dial it down to a type of property, build your list based on your buyers. You build your list based on buyers. The worst thing that could ever happen to a wholesaler is you find an amazing deal and you got nobody to close on it. That is the absolute, you've done all the work and then you have nobody who's interested in that deal. Has this happened to anybody in the room? Yes, same here. It's a pain in the butt. So before you build the list on sellers, you build a list on buyers. Identify who is closing cash deals in your marketplace. You can do this through MLS. There's a lot of different programs that you can buy. Flip the Freedom has a program that you can just go in and you can see all the cash buyers. Identify the buyers who are buying the same types of properties. All right, if you're a wholesaler doing 3 families, then look for the buyers who are doing 3 families. If you're a wholesaler doing single families, look for the guys who are doing the 3-2s or the 2-1s. Whatever you're seeing moving in that specific city. Writing this down, right? This is stuff you write down, guys. I will not come back over this. It is recorded. It is on Facebook. So Facebook Live, you can watch all of this. Skip ahead to, I can't see how many minutes it is, but the point where I'm like, yeah, this is the good stuff right here. You want to skip ahead to that part? Okay, there you go. You see me, wax on. All right. You identified your city. The more tight you are, the better you're going to be, the more money you're going to make. You identify the type of property you're going after, buy what is selling in that city. Pick the city, find the buyers. Now you have a list of the people who are buying and what they're buying specifically. Don't target things they're not buying. They're not interested. It'll be really hard to sell that. Now, on the buy side, your seller side, you go and you build a list based on the type of property in those cities that your buyers are buying. It helps to call the buyers up and find out what they're finding is going on when they're doing those deals. They're going to teach you because you're going to be the person who brings them the next deal. They're also going to tell you other people who are interested in buying if they can't buy. If I can't buy something, I'll tell you who can. It's just part of how our networking works. We know guys in that city or this type of property, and we just, well, I can't buy, but we're not going to let a deal disappear. We're going to tell you who can take that deal. We get this? So before you start marketing to sellers, you go and you market to buyers. Find a true, solid buyers list. People who are looking to close, looking to do deals. You'll know they're looking to close because they'll tell you, yes, I want to buy that. If you brought me a deal that looked just like this, I would go and buy it. This is making sense so far. Excellent. So you got a solid, powerful buyers list. You've interviewed them. You've got tips and tricks from the richest people that you want to be like. These are the people doing all the deals you want to do one day. Nobody wholesales for the sake of wholesaling, correct? You're wholesaling so you can buy property, so you can retire, so you can get rich. So you can do the flips yourself, so you can buy rental properties yourself. Yes? So these buyers become your mentors. I know. Build the buyer list and then reach out to them and ask them how you can help them make more money. Ask them what kind of deals they're looking for and then go and hunt for them. Work for free. They will pay you when you bring them a deal. This is how assignment works. They will pay you because you're doing something valuable for them. So you build a powerful buyers list, you interview them, you build relationships, and then you start working. Here's the other side of it. The motivation side, remember we were talking about fear earlier and the negativity? When you know that you're hunting for a buyer, there's something in there. There's something where you're committed to that person and their success now. You're committed to that investor. You want to see them do well, if you like them. You want to see them do well. You start hunting really hard for them. It's no longer just you making money. It's you servicing their portfolio. It's their families, their generations. The work they've put into this business, it's you helping them get what they're looking for. Does that make sense? So not only are you motivated on the seller side because the seller needs you, you're now motivated on the buyer side. You build a relationship with a buyer who's hungry, looking to go do more. It's important to have that motivation on both sides. You've built a list. You've introduced yourself. You've built a relationship. You're committed to their success. Now it's safe to go and build a seller list. You can use a program like DataZap, LexisNexis, ListSource. There's hundreds of list creating companies, the USPS, MLS. There's all sorts of different ways. Here's a list of the strategy I like the most. They have been in the property more than 10 years. They're over 55 years old. And they're your specific type of property in your specific location. If the list comes out around 250 people, good. If it's under that, build the list a little bigger. If it's over that, don't go over 300-400 because it's really hard to connect and build relationships with 500 or more people. Who has a list more than 500? Every one of you? Yeah. It's okay. You weren't taught how to go deep in the relationship. You were told, hey, just keep sending mailers out. It's very expensive. But when you're selling your mailers out to 250 people and it's tight, you could run that mailer constantly, correct? You can run that mailer every single week if you want to. Very affordable, yes? What do they say about mailers? It's the sixth one that brings in the money. The first one helps, the second one helps more, the third one helps more. By the sixth one, you're rolling in bank because they have to see it a bunch of times. What if you go 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 10 times? Because you can afford it now. You're really going to squeeze the machine. Is this making sense? Facebook marketing. When you get a list online, make sure you get the emails. Make sure you get the phone numbers. Do not buy a list without appending it. As I mean, appending is when you go and grab the rest. You grab the phone numbers and the emails. You can go to, what's the program we use? Not program, the virtual assistants. VAs. Fiverr. So Fiverr.com, you can have somebody else for $5, $10 go and append that list for you. So these companies will append the list. They will. They'll give you a couple of phone numbers, give you a couple of emails. You go to Fiverr, somebody is in the Philippines literally like searching all their family members, phone numbers, addresses. They're going all over the place, putting in a lot of time into building this list. They'll spend 4, 10, 12 hours on just your 250 names. It would take you a long time, and it takes them a long time. But your time is worth more than $5, $10 an hour. This make sense? It's like $5 an hour. It's crazy what they'll do online.
They get it back to you in 24 hours.
And they get it back to you in 24 hours, as long as the list isn't too crazy. A 250 person list where you're getting 15 numbers per person, that's a powerful list. You are going to find the seller that way, yes? Who's had a list that kind of sucked? Yeah. It was like, you got the tenant, or you got like the cousin. We've all had those lists, yes? You want to get somebody else to go deep dive in that list, a small, tight list of exactly the types of properties that your buyers want. Here's an example. I know that in my city in Fall River, there's only 603 families. So it's not very hard for me to go pick on 603 families that have been bought in more than the last 10 years, right? Small list. I'm not buying anything else. I'm only hunting for 6 families in Fall River, specifically in a certain zip code. I can dive in even deeper. I can just set that on automatic, autopilot, and just keep running it. It's not hard to maintain that. I wouldn't buy anything outside anyway. There's a lot of investors, a lot of buyers who buy specifically in a target area. Buyers prefer to stay within your city, close to your city, 30 minutes away, right? The further out you get, we get slippage. There's harder to manage the property, harder to keep an eye on things. We don't know the area, so it could be a bad deal. We don't really know so much. So the biggest investors you're going to find, they actually stay very niche. I'm no exception. Everything I own is in Fall River, very specifically, because it's so easy for me to know if it's a good deal or not. Right? Making sense? All right, so you got the list. You built the list. You've got it appended. Now, it's the 10 days of pain. It's the 30 days of pain. It's the 90 days of pain. It's the whole year of pain, the 12 months of pain, where you're emailing them once a month. You're mailing them once a week for the first 4 weeks, and then once every other week for the next 2 weeks, and then once a month until they call you back. Painful, painful experience. You want them to know all about you. You're putting them into Facebook. Facebook has a targeting ability if you use their email addresses. You target them via Facebook using their emails. It may not get everybody, but all it needs to get is a few. And you spend $10 to $30 a month just hitting that list, slamming that list with your face and your brand and what you're looking to do. If you have a funnel online, if you use a website like OnCarrot's a great program. I've used it before. It has a nice little, we buy ugly houses, or you want to get the price of your house. There's a couple different funnels you can just put on there, and it connects right into Facebook, and you get the contact's name. Works great. The next element is cold calling. Who here's cold calling? Yeah! Or even the agents have done it, huh? Cold calling is painful, but effective. It's the most effective thing that we do, aside from mailers. But mailers are the most expensive. You can cold call 100 people in 1 hour using a program called Mojo Dialer. Who's used it? Yes, Mojo on the go. Phenomenal program. You can call 100 people in 1 hour. So if you've got a 250 person list, 2.5 hours, you can bang through the entire list, which means you can be effective on those calls. You can actually care about those people, build relationships, take in notes, and actually next time you talk to them, you know exactly what's going on. It's not another stranger, not another person you don't know. And when you do get out there and meet them, you're building a deeper relationship. It's not casual. It's, I want to know you for a long time so I can help you sell a house one day. You're building a business, not just a transaction. Make sense? Okay. So Mojo Dialer, get it, do your calls, make sure you're doing your calls often. You want to call your sellers aggressively every single day, every single week, every single month until they say they're ready to sell. Add value. There's so many things online to tell you how to add value. Let them know about something that's happening in the city. Look, you're only picking one city, one zip code. It's very easy to tell them the new things that are happening in the city. Every single Facebook page, every single city has a Facebook page, like grew up in the city, or I'm from the city. Just go on that page and say, hey, I saw a really cool post that it turns out that there's a new shop opening in hey, marijuana, this is what they're doing now, right? This is, interest rates went down, just heads up. Or there's a new fire hydrant down on 6th Street, they just painted it, right? I thought it was cool, I thought of you. I thought of you. Yes? Write that down. Whenever you call somebody, you have something interesting and you thought of them. It does not take a lot of time to go through 250 people and leave a voicemail and tell them that you thought of them. If it took you a week to do this, it's 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week. Yes, go ahead.
What's your opening line when you call them?
Hey, it's Peter. I'm your best friend. I talk to you every other day. I talk to you every week, right? No, I'm not selling anything other than the relationship. 250 people who are going to make all the money that you need. It's worth having those relationships. Does that make sense? No crazy, this is simple. You're building a deep relationship with this person. Before you hang up, hey, by the way, I'm looking to buy a property in your neighborhood. Who do you know that is interested in selling? Write that down. Who do you know that is interested in selling? You're not asking them specifically. Because if they were interested in selling, they would tell you. We agree? Yes? Excellent. I agree with you. You guys are a smart crowd. You are a very smart, intelligent investor. I'm glad we're having this conversation right now. So I am running out of time. Are we getting value out of this?
Yeah.
Are you looking at this a little bit differently? This business is looking simpler, yes? Very good. Yes or yes? Yes. Yes, I like it. The next step, you're dialing, you're hitting on Facebook, you're doing an email campaign using MailChimp, something basic. Just, hey, how are you? Fun fact about the city. Hey, how are you? Fun fact about the city. And your signature, oh, by the way, if you know somebody looking to sell their property, I'm looking to buy in the area. Right at the bottom, just make a part of your signature. Every email you send out forever, whether it's your attorney, your lender, your realtor, whoever it's going out to, a seller, that should be your signature. Because that's all you want, right? More property. Yes. Very good. So your emails take care of, your phone calls, you're doing them. Your mailers are basic. Hey, I'm looking to buy houses. The mailer is the only one that you can send out that's aggressive like that. Looking to buy houses, who do you know? I'd be interested in buying your house. That's the one where it's passive, it goes out, and they understand that your interest level is buy houses. All the other personal contacts are more about the relationship. Let the mailer be aggressive, because it's a passive way of being direct. Now when you get involved, you've talked to them, now you have the relationship, now you can text them. You can use a program like Lead Sherpa, where you're sending out automatic texts that generate leads. That's okay. After you've had the relationship, do not do it before. First, you must build a relationship so they're not thinking you're some sort of creep just texting them. This is making sense. Do you have enough to go and do something right now? Did I give you enough information to go and move forward and make some deals happen?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Have I done most of what I told you I would do today? Excellent. Very good. Give me a round of applause. I'm awesome. I'll tell you that. I told you I'd give you a good deal. I told you I was going to sell some stuff. That's what I do. So, I'm not going to do this yet. Hold on. Let me talk about my coach. So my coach, Paul, he has 6 kids. He's a family of 8. He had them in a matter of 14 months. Sounds crazy, right? So he used to make $100,000 a year. He thought he was doing good. He was a salesperson in New York. And then suddenly, he had twins. And he thought, hey, cool, excellent, no big deal. And then his wife got pregnant again with more twins. Interesting. That's only 4 kids, right? I'm doing the math, 9 months, can't do it, right? And then one of his family members passes away. They also had twins. And in 14 months, he went from a family of 4 to a family of 8. $100,000 put him in the poverty level. He had to do something. Real estate was his strategy to get out of it. He started, his first deal was a strip mall. This guy was a dental salesman in New York, suddenly doing a strip mall. Do you know why he did it? Because he didn't know he wasn't supposed to be able to do that. His mind wasn't blocked. He just did what he thought was normal, and he had to. He didn't have a choice not to make it work. That's what he teaches in his program, the Maverick Success Live. It's a 3-day training event. The tickets are $2,000. They're expensive, right? We agree $2,000 is expensive. Well, it's relative. But that event changed my life. It's how I double my income every year. I've been going to it for the last 3 years. I continue to double my income, double my net worth. I no longer care about income. I only double net worth. Income, I could go and pay taxes anytime if I wanted to, but I'd rather double the net worth or refinance something. Yeah? Double my net worth or sell or finance something. Makes more sense that way. So net worth is eventually where you want to be. But income, I understand. At the beginning, you have to do it. And that's why he trains on doubling your income. And it works. 3 days, you leave with the mindset of doubling your income. The other element that I want to introduce you to is a mastermind. Who here is part of a mastermind? So a mastermind is what changed my life. Yes. Well, now you're part of mine. I give John a round of applause. Excellent. So my mastermind meets every 2 months. We meet 6 times a year. We're all wholesalers. We're all investors. We're all realtors. We're all here to make money through investment. We're here to retire in the next 3 to 5 years. That's the commitment that I make, is that my training is capable of doing that. I won't guarantee it, because I can't guarantee you'll show up. But I can guarantee that I'll always deliver exactly how I did it and how I see it is still possible today. And I'll always deliver my students who are doing it actively, showing the proof and the results. The millionaires that I'm creating 100 millionaires in the next 5 years, because it's a challenge. It's just something to do when you're in retirement. You gotta keep busy somehow. And making millionaires is fun, right? So that's expensive too, right? We charge $1,000 to be a part of the mastermind. 6 times a year, we get together and we solve your problem. We look at you and we say, well, what is going on with your business? What's the one thing stopping you from being successful right now? The one thing, whether it's a deal, whether it's a mindset, whether it's an opportunity, whether it's having the money, whether it's knowing where to look, whether it's, I don't know what's stopping me. Whatever it is, we'll pull it out. And the mastermind works together to find out what it is and move you forward. When you leave, you have a list of work to do that lasts more than those 2 months. And when we get back in 2 months, you have a new problem. Because every level has another devil. And so now it's time to work on that problem. And when we get back together in 2 months, you're moving fast, you're moving aggressive. It's a new issue. It's not the same old stuff that's been stopping you for the last 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. It's a new problem, a real problem. Your income has increased, your deal flow has increased, and now you're looking to pull this one out of the way. You can't figure it out. That's what the mastermind's for. I say it's expensive, but I believe it's cheap. One of the masterminds I'm in cost me $35,000 a year to be a part of it. It's still worth it. I'm hanging out with millionaires who are doing the same thing as me, we're running into the same problems. So I have a different audience helping me out. Does that make sense? You get what you pay for. Right? This mastermind's powerful. It's wholesalers. It's all people who are looking to buy more property, looking to do more deals. It's probably one of the most powerful things that I offer. And again, I'm not a coach. I'm a trainer. So I do it in training setting, where we're all sitting there looking at each other around the round table, facing each other. One person talks, we find out what your issue is, and we spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, whatever it takes to solve your problem. And then we move on to the next person. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in? Sound like something that would move you forward? Does the price tag scare you a little bit?
Do it again.
Well, that one's $1,000. The mastermind's $1,000.
Annual?
Paul is, yes, annual. Paul is $2,000. Agent Alchemist, something I do. John, what do you got?
Payment plan.
I'm not telling the payment plan yet. Relax. So, Agent Alchemist is how you build all of the flow on social media, how you get all the leads coming to you. Because the real leads you need are not necessarily sellers. It'd be nice to have a whole bunch of wholesalers hunting for you and agents hunting for you. So social dynamics is how I've built my network. You get that, I sell it for $100, you sell it for $1,500, but now it's $100. I throw that in for free because I think it's valuable that you become an influencer in your marketplace. So when a deal does come up, they know that's the person who buys. That's the person I'm going to. When something comes up, you want everybody in this room to know you're the one that they go to close that deal. Does that make sense? Because you may be marketing hard in your area, but you may get a deal somewhere else. You don't want to lose that money. Warren Buffett has a rule. He has 2 rules. Rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. That's right. Give him a round of applause. Nice. So you want to be able to get a nice little fee for passing that along to somebody else. Does that make sense? You guys getting this? Very good. Very good room. Where was I? You just paying attention? You just like watching me? Okay, I'm sorry. I got you distracted. We're going to do it for $1,000, all of it. I talked to my coach, and he agrees. Because I'm inviting you. Outside of this, you don't get it. You're not, so you go to his website, Paul's Events, it's $2,000. You go to his website, Paul's Events, $2,000 for his event. We don't even post our mastermind. We don't post it anywhere, you can't buy it anywhere. That's $1,000, it's only by invitation. You have to be in one of these rooms and have gone through all of my communication about being ethical, moral, working hard, understanding that it's gonna take some time, the dedication, the culture that there has to be involved. Some people left already. They're the ones that we weed out. The people who are left behind are the serious people who are looking to do something with their lives and go to the next level. You're the one that I want to have in the group. It's by invitation only. I'm inviting every one of you to take the opportunity today to invest in yourself, to spend that $1,000, get the 6-week mastermind with us, get the Maverick Success Live event. Comes with 2 tickets. You can bring a spouse, or, pro tip, bring somebody from the room that you think will hold you accountable on the 3-day event. This 3-day event's life-changing. It's a great experience. I'll be there. I make sure that I go and I spend time with my students because I want to get to know you better. I want to see, are you somebody that we can build with? Are you somebody that I can get to the next level with? So I go and I hang out with you guys at the event. I'm taking notes because I'm learning too. He teaches the course over and over the same exact way, and I pull something new out of it every single time. It's how I got to where I am. I read the same books over and over if they're good books too. Anybody read the same books over and over? Yes? Listen to the same song over and over? Makes you feel good? This event's like that. It reminds me to stay motivated. It reminds me I still have to do this because there's other people out there who need this knowledge. And when I go to those events, he reminds me to keep out here helping more people. Because when I don't feel good. And at the end of the day, I'm somewhat selfish. I like to feel good. Who here likes to feel good? Who here knows helping people makes you feel good? It's part of it. It's part of the program. It's part of the game. You've got to be able to give back. When you get to the level of success that you can do whatever you want and you decide to stay in this game and still help people, that's how you know you've graduated. So I don't want you to jump out of your seats just yet. I'm going to do the thing, right? Psych you all up and get you amped up. So stand up. Everybody stand up. And I'm telling you, I'm literally telling you I'm doing this, all right? I'm going to amp you up because I want you to go by. Because I want you to take action. I want you to move forward with your success. So we're going to do a little stretch. Hands all the way up over your head. And I know, we've been sitting still for so long. All the way to the right. Yeah. All the way to the left. A little back, don't go all the way back. Just a little. And all the way down. Come up. Look at the front. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I will commit to you. If you want to be successful in this business, you've got to take a chance on yourself. $1,000 is a small dollar amount to make an investment and a commitment to your success. You're going to be surrounded with a team of people holding you accountable. You're going to be surrounded by people who call themselves mavericks, people who call themselves alchemists. The definition of an alchemist is someone who turns things into gold, who turns people into gold, who turns leads into gold. You're going to become a maverick. A maverick is someone who does things different, who goes out of their way to do things better because they know that it's a long-term game. Who knows it's a long-term game right now? This is your success. If you don't take action now, you will miss out on the opportunity to spend my last year here doing this because I've got bigger things that I'm looking to do. But I will do this with you for the next year. I'm committed to this. For $1,000, you're committing to me that you're serious about this. I do not want you jumping over each other running to the back. I do not want you pushing or shoving or hurting anybody in the process. But if you're serious about your success, I'm serious about working with you. I will make the commitment to work with you, and I promise that anytime you text me, I will respond. Anytime you message me, I will respond. When you're at an event, you know me, you're with me. So if you are interested, I'm interested in working with you. That said, sign up in the back. Make sure you talk to these girls who are setting you guys up. If you have any questions, I will be in the back. Without further ado, cheers to your success. I want to see you guys very, very rich. Let's do it.